Thank you for joining me. I want to share with you the biggest mindset shift that you can make for your health. And I'm going to take you how from reactive rather to proactive, and how listening to my body changed everything. And I want to help you do the same. And I think when we think about our body in general, we think, I have back pain, right? So when it hurts, that means that something is working against me. We often might even get mad at our body, especially as we're aging or things go wrong. I thought when I had back pain, I needed a fix, a medication. Something was broken and I needed to fix it. And I realize now that that was totally a reactive way of thinking. We're often waiting for something to go wrong and then we try to fix it. My body, I thought my body was the problem. I thought I needed these external solutions. And then I had a mindset shift that changed everything. I started to look at it differently. What if my body and what if your body isn't working against you, but it's trying to work for you? If we think about it logically, our body is literally trying to keep us alive. It is all the functions of it, it's keeping our heart beating, it's keeping us in able to be in motion, our brain is keeping us able to think clearly, and all of this is just working. And what if those things that are happening, back pain, possibly not being in our optimal weight, possibly having, chronic illness of any kind, or any misfunctions that we feel, any symptoms, are not our body working against us? It's trying to talk to us. It's trying to tell us that it might need a slightly different fuel. But yet we ignore that and we compartmentalize, as I did my entire life, and we think, oh, what I'm eating for my meal doesn't have anything to do with chronic pain. But what happened to move me from this reactive to proactive shift, as many of you know, is in 2019, I started a whole food, plant-based, very high, if not all raw fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And I'm going to talk about that in a second in a slide, exactly what happened. Because what happened was nothing short of what I would call a miracle. My chronic back pain I had suffered with for 18 years. I think I have this on a slide here. Yes, here it is. So when I started, putting that type of fuel in, and I took out meat and dairy, all of a sudden I had lost 55 pounds and got to my optimal weight. Like, as I mentioned, my chronic back pain that I had for 18 years just ended. My allergies, seasonal allergies that I thought had nothing to do with food, went away. And my mind became clearer. I felt like I was being kinder to myself and others. And that shift brought me here to share it with you, because that's why this matters so much. I probably should have put that first. So let me just go back to the slide that I was on here. But I realized that when I was thinking that something was wrong, it was just talking to me all of those years. It's telling me something, and then I had to figure out, okay, how can I work with it? And then proactively, what can I do for this body that controls everything for me? That's literally its whole job is to keep me alive. What can I do to work with it? And I discovered that everything works together. It works in one main system. I realized how later on, even like in the middle of this journey, how stress affects organs, hormones, fat storage, and insulin. My brain and mental health are part of this system too. I realized how too much of one nutrient can throw things off. Everything is connected, not separate problems to fix. And that's when understanding the root cause made everything clearer. Now I would work with my body proactively. I needed to figure out, what does my body want? What does it need? And then I started to feel like, you know what? I'm not going to isolate every single nutrient. I'm going to listen to what my body is asking for, and I'm going to learn about our natural design. And then all of these gentle adjustments instead of extreme changes because I realized when I started looking at my body as a friend, all of these things I had heard, you need to starve yourself, you need to do this, you need to, eat only oranges for 150 days. All of these things started to not make sense. They were starting to feel like they would stress my body too. And if that's something my body asks for later on, that's fine. But that's when I started really wanting to work with people because there was so much confusion out there in this diet and lifestyle. And it's really all about, especially I know many of us here, whether you're a man, woman, older, younger, we are often told so many different things of what health is, and it's truly just trying to work with your body. So I ended up not being confused anymore. I realized that there were certain things I did in the beginning. For example, eating that one big salad was a great way to transition me into this lifestyle. It didn't put any extreme stress on my body. The plants, all of the greens gave me plenty of fiber so that the fruits that I was eating weren't giving me an insulin, resistance type reaction because fruit is technically our natural fuel. But if you're coming from a standard diet with lots of fat, which I talk about in my video that's on the top of my YouTube, how you might have insulin resistance. So how we enter into this lifestyle is going to be one of the biggest things on whether we stick to it or we're going to say, that made me not feel good, I'm getting away from it. And learning to love and enjoy your lifestyle, making it simple instead of complicated. I realized that the first request my body needed, because so many people are dehydrated, is it needed hydration, whether that was from a very water-rich fruit or that was from a bottle of water. I realized sunlight actually gives us vitamins. Being in just in nature, even if you can only do a few minutes a day, can make you really feel a lot better, lift your mood, and actually provides D vitamins if you're in the right time, season. It puts the right things in. Nourishing plant-based foods is what this diet does. It gives you things that your body was designed for. And I have a video also that I can link here sharing why I believe that our natural design is to eat fruits, mainly vegetables, nuts, and seeds, and not to eat animal products. Movement. It's to help my body not get stiff. I started to look at it like my body is craving movement. And so it wasn't like, oh, I have to exercise. It was like, oh, you know what? I want to do this to help my body. Managing stress because my brain affects all of these other organs and I don't want to overwork them. This is what became my daily health checklist. It's simple, it's no stress. And if you'd like, my free meal plan is at gladblueprint.com. You can use that meal plan every day, but it gives you a 3-day jump start to health. So I still eat it every day, but you can download the checklist. And also, if you're here watching this, because I may just share this also with our friends on YouTube, but if you're here watching this as a gladiator or plants farmer, you already have it. I love these groups and I would love you to join if you're not here yet. I love giving you the daily motivation, the tools and things that practically you can use, and the mindset shifts. I started thinking about natural design, how my body was meant to work. So all of these things that I used to think I was putting too much emphasis on became like the most important thing at all to me was my health because health was more important than my job. It was more important than any goal I had, anything I thought held value. If I don't exist, nothing else matters. If I don't feel good mentally and physically, I can't show up for those I love, not for my online communities, loved ones, friends. Health is the basis of everything, yet we don't learn about our body and we don't even focus on it. We think of it as a reactive afterthought, waiting for something to happen. And that just started to boggle my mind. And that's what drives me with this passion to do this and do these presentations and have my groups. I listen when I listened, this is what I mentioned earlier. I got rid of the weight. I got rid of the chronic pain. My allergies went away. My mind became clear and I felt kinder to myself. And then even like I mentioned right around 2020 or late 2024, early 2025, I started feeling symptoms again and realized that's when I realized I may have had the food part right, but the stress I created the daily health checklist just so we can start to improve, get that nature sunlight, include hydration into my diet if I was feeling we're overworking. Those things matter too. And that's what I love to teach. I love to teach how, if you're coming into this lifestyle, it doesn't have to be complicated. Fruit, salad, greens, these things we can make them taste good, but they're a simple starting point. You can always level up and just getting your hydration, your sunlight, adding these things to your life. You don't have to change your whole world overnight. You can start eliminating things a little bit. But if you start adding these things, they'll start crowding out the other things. And you start to think, I want to be kind to my body, not following a set of rules. Treat your body as a partner who's working for you. And remember, you have to listen to its signals as communication, not that it's doing something wrong. Understand that understand root causes and how that affects everything and how it connects. Make simple, balanced choices that feel right to you, not that someone's telling you. And be kind to yourself in the process. Am I perfect? No, absolutely not. And I would guess that you're probably not perfect either, but leveling up is what we're trying to do. We're trying to move forward with progress. And that's the presentation I had for you. I just wanted to come on here, for our meeting today, and I wanted to go over that. There is a worksheet that you can download and fill it out, and I think it'll be really, helpful, and it'll help you to identify some of these things that you may be feeling, help you with the mindset shift, and help you set goals and easy, doable changes. Be sure to download the free meal plan at gladblueprint.com. It has everything on there, including all of my other free resources and how you can join my VIP club. Amazing Plant Farmers, that's for everyone who wants to get healthy and eat better. And then also my Gladiators Women VIP Club, Women Over 40. That's a great club if you want to be around like-minded women, and we focus a lot on menopause and those changes happening and how to live our best life. And I use, again, the same practical tools that I use and really try to help you with daily motivation. And again, my name is JJ. Those of you who may be new here, I'm the author of How I Went From Sad to Glad, my simple four-step blueprint to transform your health, weight, and mindset to finally reach your goals with joy and ease. And I also have a psychology background, so I love helping you with mindset shifts and practical tools. And I want to thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next coaching call. Thank you.